Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. This will be a big room tour video. Got a lot to film, so I'm going to get straight to it. I'll just ask you to please subscribe to the channel. Please drop a like on this video. It'll help more people discover the channel. And bear in mind that every single thing in the room here, figure-wise and statue-wise, has already been reviewed on the channel. If you want to find those videos, best thing to do is go to the search bar on YouTube and just type in the channel name DEANKNIGHT333 and then the name of whatever it is you're looking for, and it should come right up. Alright, we're going to start on this side of the room because it has the most new additions to it. A lot of new Star Wars stuff. So we'll start over here. This is the 1/18th scale Ed 209 by hottoys. Really incredible piece for something this scale. The amount of detail packed into it is absolutely incredible. Definitely check out the review for that. He also came with a 1/18th scale RoboCop, which is in a different part of the room right now. But that is a beautiful piece, and small as it is, it pretty much satisfies my craving for an Ed 209 in the collection. One of the scariest things from my childhood, RoboCop, is the film that traumatized me the most when I was a kid, so gotta have it here in the collection. Here is the Hot Toys Ben Affleck Dawn of Justice Batman figure and custom cape. I still need to go and repaint the suit a lighter grey, but haven't done that yet. But it's an incredible piece, and it always will be. It's a shame Hot Toys haven't done this in 1/4 scale, because it would be incredible. A little bit of side profile action. I did the beef mod to him to bulk him up a bit. That's on the channel too. But an absolutely badass Batman figure to have. Then we have the Hot Toys 1/6 scale Ripley from the original Alien movie. One of the best films ever made, in my top 3 films of all time. And this is an essential piece, and it's holding up really well. I got this when it was first released, and it's absolutely fantastic. Amazing job on the clothes, really good body, and the accessories are really cool too. Very strong likeness. Comes with Jonesy in the little carry case as well, and that's a lot of fun to use with the big chap alien Hot Toys made, but he's on the horror shelf at the moment. Ripley is an incredible piece. And next to Ripley we have the Pop Toys 1/6 scale League of Shadows. It's actually a Ra's al Ghul figure, but I've turned it into a Bruce Wayne figure, so he's got a Christian Bale head sculpt under there. And it's absolutely incredible. It's my favourite film of all time, folks. It's the reason this channel exists. In 2005, this film hit me in a way that no other film has even come close. I just felt so inspired, and just the message of the movie, it hit me, and here we are. And a big thanks to Alex for sending this one along. One of my favourite pieces. And then we have my 1/6 scale Snake and Quiet. Snake is a kit bash, I guess you'd call it, but it does have mostly Hot Toys parts, because it was the Hot Toys Snake figure. I just took the head sculpt and the harness and all the other little parts and found a camo outfit. I used the long sleeve black top that I used to use for my prologue 1/6 scale Dark Knight Rises Bane, and it's turned out really nice. I actually swapped the body, I think, recently, and now he has double bend elbows and great ankle joints, and everything's really sturdy and satisfying. And then we have the Limb Toys Quiet, which didn't come with a body, so you had to get a TB League Firesim body separately. But she's really cool. And she came with 2 head sculpts, one without the darkness around the eyes and one with, obviously. yep, nice to have those two there to represent one of my favorite game series ever. And then we have two Mandalorian figures, Din Djarin. On the left, we have the Durasteel armor from the first 2 episodes of the Series 1, which is absolutely incredible. I do love Series 1 and 2. Series 3 just wrapped up and it was quite underwhelming. But what are you going to do? We'll see what happens in the future, but I'll always love those first 2 seasons. And this is the chrome version that I've cleaned. And this video's about that on the channel. And he looks absolutely incredible. There's Grogu hitching a ride. And he's got his dark saber. And he's one of my favorite pieces. I'm thinking about doing a top 10 favorite things in the room soon. That should be a fun one. And you can't go wrong with the original. Very, very cool piece. So yeah, those are my 2 Mandos. And then we have the 2 Sly Stallone shop Sly Stallone figures. We have Rambo from First Blood, the first time we ever saw the character. That's a really good way to start their Rambo line, which they are doing more. So it made sense to start at the very beginning. And that's an amazing piece. And then beside him, the very recently reviewed Cobra figure, which has not been released yet, folks. A lot of people asking about that who've pre-ordered it. It's coming out soon, but this was sent along for an early review, and it's got a beautiful base. And I really, really love this piece. When it came time to display Cobra, I had a lot of trouble deciding whether to display him with his jacket on or off. I know it would be an easy decision for most folks to have him like this, so you can see the guns, and these guns too. He's very muscly. He did such a good job with the body. It's a nice, satisfying blast of 80s nostalgia right there. But if you were to ask me which one's my favorite out of the 2 right now, I don't know. I love them both. They both capture what they're going for so well. There is something about that original First Blood Rambo though. It's so iconic looking. Alright, so that is the 2 Sly Stallone shop figures. And then we have more Batman Begins. A very mean, aggressive looking piece, this one. This is, it's got a custom head, but it's on a Hot Toys body. It has a custom cape, but it has different boots. I think it's got the Armory Dark Knight boots on. But the head sculpt is by Unreal Toys on Instagram. Sometimes they go by Unreal Customs, and it's a very aggressive looking sculpt. Plenty of videos on that on the channel, but I got him looking very broody, very classic Batman Begins right there. Alright, so there is that piece there. In front of him is the SH Monster Arts Shin Godzilla, which I have repainted. This was the first version they released, and it just didn't look quite right, so I completely repainted him. Pretty sure there's a video on that on the channel as well. But there's a more recent version that just came out recently, and that looks pretty good. But I'm pretty happy with this one. I do have a fair amount of Shin Godzilla stuff in the collection, which you are about to see. But yeah, that's a cool one. Then we got more Shin Godzilla SH Monster Arts stuff. It's a really cool little piece. It's quite small. And then we have my Buzz and Woody. Absolutely love these two. They are pretty heavily modified figures. Again, videos on the channel explaining all about that. They're pretty damn movie accurate now. And my friend Matt Weaver at Wicked Designs made the Toy Story display there. But yep, Buzz and Woody front and center. And some more Shin Godzilla. Freaky looking little guy. And then we have the Awakening version, which is incredible, also by SH Monster Arts. That was a really big improvement over the first one that you saw a moment ago. Joints were a lot stiffer, doesn't fall around so much. It's an amazing piece from an incredible scene in the movie. It's terrifying. So that is my front and center display. I mean, I just had to put the Shin Godzilla stuff there because there was nowhere else for it, and I really wanted to have them, you know, represented on the shelf. That's one of my top 10 films of all time now, Shin Godzilla. Check it out if you haven't seen it. Alright, and then we have Hot Toys RoboCop, which is a die-cast figure. He's not completely die-cast, but parts of him are. And like I said earlier, that's the film that traumatized me the most in the 80s. Even over Nightmare on Elm Street 1 and Halloween and American Werewolf in London and that goddamn Thriller video by Michael Jackson. RoboCop, Murphy's death really messed me up. I was not ready for that at 7 years old. But the Hot Toys figure is absolutely incredible. And they're coming out with another one soon. I think it's based on the one from part 3, but it looks more of a blue tone, kind of more like he looked in RoboCop 2, which I'm very tempted by. I kind of prefer that bluish hue. And then next to RoboCop we have just what I can only describe as an ultimate 1/6 scale Batman Begins. It's got the OT Customs head sculpt with movable eyes and interchangeable mouth plates, incredibly accurate. And the most recently released body, but from the later batches where it wasn't shiny anymore. So this came and it was matte. I bought the body loose on eBay, really good price. Got Takara gauntlets, and it's just incredible. It's perfection. It's got a custom cape as well, but it's just so real looking. And finally, you know I had one with Ben Choi's head sculpt, but to have this with moving eyes, it is just incredible. And there's OT Customs on Instagram. I've got reviews on the channel of this head sculpt, much closer up, good photography, you can see it all. But that is now possibly my favourite thing in the collection. I don't know, maybe. I've still got to do that top 10 video, so we'll see. And then we have Blondie by Sideshow Collectibles, from The Good, the Bad and the Ugly. Clint Eastwood, the man himself. And it feels really good to finally have a representation of the man Clint Eastwood on the shelf in the room here. He is one of the best to ever do it. My favourite Western of all time is Unforgiven, so I'm hoping Sideshow will bring us a William Money figure one day. But this certainly, scratches the itch for having something in the collection of this guy. Incredible director. $1 Million Baby, Mystic River, so many. What was that one where he was The Mule? That was a good one, very good one. Oh, and Gran Torino, so many good films. Anyway, let me just give you a quick little close-up. Really, really nice. Check out the review on him, that was a lot of fun. I'll show you my trick in the review for getting the poncho to sit like that. And turned out pretty damn decent head sculpt in the end. Some of those early pictures had me worried, but getting them in hand, I keep going to say in person, but same thing. Yeah, finally getting my hands on him, I was very happy with the sculpt. Alright, so that is Mr. Eastwood. And now we move on to 3 very recent additions to the collection. The Dark Side Trinity. The Mountain of Evil, with Vader creating the peak. Speaking of Vader, this is the Sideshow Collectibles Return of the Jedi Darth Vader figure. I opted for him over all the others. However, I did change the underrobes. My buddy Kyle was nice enough to sell me his Hot Toys Empire Strikes Back underrobes. That may not be the right name for him, but that's just what I'm going to call them for now. Beautiful light up feature. And I love this figure, man. It's 14 inches tall. It's really intimidating. Very imposing. And the cape is stunning. And I love the sculpt of the helmet. Really, really cool. And then beside him, we have Darth Maul. And that is the Sideshow Darth Maul. I believe that to be the best likeness of Ray Park as the character from The Phantom Menace. Now, unfortunately, this particular version of Darth Maul didn't come with this hooded cloak. That's from a different version of Darth Maul from the same company, Sideshow Collectibles, but I had to get that loose on eBay. But beautiful head sculpt, man. Really, really cool. And then we have Kylo Ren from The Rise of Skywalker. That's a really cool piece. I just knew that I needed Kylo Ren rather than the Emperor. I wanted, 3 major dark side characters. I don't know, there's plenty more. Dooku and the Emperor, so many. But these are the 3 that really stand out to me. And it's a lot to do with the look. I don't know too much about Darth Maul. There's so much more to his story and animation, the Clone Wars and other stuff that's on Disney Plus, which I just don't have the time to watch, unfortunately, but I would like to learn more about the character. The Vile Eye on YouTube does great videos about evil characters in films and games, and he did a great special on Darth Maul. You can check that out. But yeah, that Vader, man, it just jumps out. It commands the shelf. But yeah, all 3 figures are really, really good and complement each other well. That's my 3 dark side daddies right there. Getting it done. And then we have Heath Ledger as the Joker, with an incredible head sculpt that was painted and head by Mr. Steve Maurice, otherwise known as Trespass Customs on Instagram. And it's an amazing piece. It really jumps out on the shelf, brings a lot of vibrant color, especially next to these 3. But it's an awesome looking piece, man, very real. And beside Heath, we have Arthur Morgan. And he's borrowing the Bud Spencer real metal and wood gun by Caustic Plastic. But one of the best games ever made, Red Dead Redemption 2. Just felt the urge to have him represented in the room. He's got the base from a different version though. I get mixed up. That's the Virtual Toys base, and the figure here is actually by, damn it, was it Lim Toys? I think so. It's all on the channel anyway. Oh, and then at the end we have a bigger Shin Godzilla. This is one of the most valuable and harder pieces to get in this whole room. This is the Yuji Sakai sculpt, incredibly accurate. X plus, and he glows. You know, he looks like he's just burning from within, like he was in the movie. It's incredible. Absolutely incredible. The detail on this thing is just insane. See how it glows? So cool. His tail. Yes, that's one of my prized possessions right there. Alright, so that was the top shelf. We'll just pan along here and then we'll move on. Alright, so then we go over here and we have the life-size Terminator 2 Endo Skull by Sideshow Collectibles, and that is the most accurate T800 skull you can get. It's chrome plated, it's heavy, and it's cold to the touch, and it's just incredible. It's amazing. And then we have a randomly placed, just because I didn't know where the hell to put him, the DX Dark Knight. I forget which number DX it is right now. Is it DX19? The most recent Dark Knight suit, 1/6 scale Hot Toys Batman, but they've just unveiled another one coming up in a couple of years, I guess, with the Armory. But he's just there at the moment because I didn't know where else to put him. And I'm not that in love with the piece, if I'm being honest with you. Still don't feel 100% satisfied by any 1/6 scale Dark Knight figure. The quarter scale, on the other hand, I feel very happy with. But there's just always little things about the 1/6 scale versions that niggle away at me. And behind him we have the big Prime 1 statue of Catwoman from Batman Arkham Knight. It's an amazing piece. I need to do a bit of tidying up. I did do a lot of tidying up because Justin from Justin's Collection came here for a visit because he was in the UK. He filmed a really nice video that he's going to put up on his channel. And I'm really looking forward to seeing it. Just basically me and Justin going around the room talking about everything. But that'll be coming up on his channel soon, folks. But yeah, bit of a mess. We've got the Dark Trooper accessory for Luke Skywalker just kind of over there at the moment. Anyway, yes, here is Catwoman. Absolutely amazing piece. And we have some other random bits and pieces. You've got a bit of everything down there. But we have the Sideshow Collectibles Premium Format Catwoman. I love that piece. And beside her we have the Sideshow Premium Format Vampirella. And just a whole lot of mess around them. Some really great PFs. And an awesome Batman Begins poster. With some awesome Batman Begins quarter scale figures beside that. That is the Enterbay quarter scale Batman, otherwise known as the Beast. And above him we have the Hot Toys quarter scale Batman Begins, otherwise known as the Hot Toys quarter scale Batman Begins. Just get you a close up on the Hot Toys Batman Begins there, very real looking. He has a custom cape. And then the Beast, the Entebbe Batman. He too has a custom cape. And when Justin was here, he was very impressed with the feel of the suit for the Entebbe Batman. He said he never really felt anything like it before, and he really liked the way they did it. I mean, it's beautiful. You kind of have to have it to know what I'm talking about, but it's a beautiful, smooth, cool touch finish. And the dust just doesn't seem to want to go anywhere near it. I've had that since day one. Still looks brand new. Alright folks, so we still got this bottom shelf to do here, but I think we're going to mix it up and we'll go over to the horror shelf now. We'll do the top shelf of the horror and then we'll come back to these guys. Well, let's start here with the really big, I mean really big, X Plus gigantic Shin Godzilla. This is the only place he fits. He is an absolute dominator of space and attention. Never get tired of looking at it. It's incredible. And I'll just step back here and you can see like beside him is a quarter scale Michael Myers by NECA. Some of you know how tall they are. The detail of the sculpt is just incredible, and the paint, everything, man, it's just a beautiful, beautiful piece from an incredible movie. And the value on these things, they sell out and then they just go for ridiculous money on eBay. And I got this for retail when it was released in Japan, thanks to the Buy website. It was a really smooth experience. And I was nervous as hell because it wasn't that cheap. It was my first experience with them, so all worked out. But that right there is one of the coolest things in the room. And the destroyed buildings are by iPop Designs on Instagram. This is my view of him from the desk when I'm reviewing stuff. It's not the best view for me, but like I said, it's the only place he would fit. So when you are standing in the room looking at the shelves, you can see him really well. But look at that tail, the way it comes out, and it's so big. I have to avoid that when I'm getting up and walking around, but there's just nowhere to put him. Anyway, speaking of nowhere to put Godzilla stuff, here's some more X Plus Godzillas, apart from the smaller Shin Godzilla there, which is the Banpresto Shin Godzilla. Very accurate sculpt on that one. And then we have various other X Plus 30cm Godzillas. Really, really cool. I have nowhere to put them apart from here for now. Seeing as we're here, there's Art the Clown, big Art the Clown bust. And there's my original 80s school bag, BMX racing in the 80s, and it's full of original Star Wars Kenner figures. So I'll have to bring you a video on that soon. Some other bits and pieces scattered around. That's an awesome movie right there. And speaking of awesome movies, there's a big poster for Terrifier 2. And seeing as we're here, we'll take a quick look at the quarter scale Hot Toys Dark Knight Batman. And above him, from my buddy Glenn Page, is a quarter scale Ben Affleck Batman. And that's an amazing piece. But really happy with this one. There's actually some Kenner characters hiding behind the Evil Dead book for some reason. Looks like they're hiding from something. It could be any number of things. Oh, I get what it is. It's a bloody spider gremlin. Yeah, I'll be hiding from that too. If everything comes alive in here when I leave, that is... yeah, he's probably the sweetest guy in the room. Don't judge someone on their looks, folks. Anyway. Yep, and that is Art the Clown. That's my Trick or Treat Studios mask that I removed the eyes, put in better ones, and completely repainted it. And I can do that for you if you want one. Get in touch with me. There's another view of these guys. Alright, we will move on now. Alright, so top shelf. I'll try and get through it pretty quickly because I've shown it quite recently and not much has changed on this particular shelf. I've been into other stuff lately, but it always comes back, folks. You know how it is when you're a collector of stuff. You go through phases of different things. One minute you're into Batman, and then suddenly you get into Godzilla in a big way, and then you get into Star Wars, and all kinds of other things start pulling you in. But we have the NECA Kessler Wolf. Again, beautiful custom stand there by Matt Weaver, Wicked Designs on Instagram. The Sideshow Jason. We have Real Metal Machete by Shadow Fergo on Instagram. There's a lot of that up here, folks. Then we have the original Jungle Hunter Predator, but that's been heavily modified. He's got a different body and all kinds of other little bits going on. Again, that's all covered on the channel in previous videos. He's got the spine at the back, all that good stuff. It's a beautiful piece. You gotta have the original Jungle Slasher on the Slasher shelf. Oh, his name's fallen down. Now I just had to fix his nameplate there. That's a magnet from Etsy. You type in Predator magnet, I'm pretty sure that'll come up. A lot of these nameplates are. And then we have Ghostface, the Sideshow figure. It's a really cool piece. And we have a custom Dog Soldiers Werewolf by Breetoons on Instagram. He's doing some amazing work. And this is my favorite horror movie of all time. And that's it there. I always recommend it, folks. Check out this movie if you have not seen it. I mean, it's my favorite horror movie of all time, so come on, you know I've got good taste. But that is one of my pride and joys right there. I'll just show you from another angle. Such a terrifying design. Yes, thank you, Breetoons, for giving me the chance to buy this piece. It's one of my prized possessions. Absolutely love it. I'm keeping my eye on the new version he's doing with a seamless body. I have to see. I haven't got any space, but I'd make some space for another one of these. But it'd have to be like a different color tone, because sometimes in the movie they look brown and others were more of a grey color. So this is more of a brown. So maybe the other one can be grey, we'll see. But here is Ash Williams from Evil Dead 2 by Asmus Toys. Did a little repaint on him. Gave him a nice 5 o'clock shadow, which really helped with the likeness. You can see it a bit better now that I turned the brightness down. And did some extra weathering. And he's a really good piece. And then we have Freddy. And I have a Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2 kind of signed there with him, but he's not accurate to that. He'll have to do for now. We'll see what companies come out with Freddy wise, but it's just nice to have a decent representation of him in the collection. But I would really like to have a proper Part 2 Freddy's Revenge Freddy. That's my favourite look for the character. And this ain't bad, it's a custom sweater. Repainted Sideshow head with an old Sideshow Freddy hat. And some new pants. Sideshow were nice enough to give you metal blades on the gloves. So that's cool. And then we have my 1/6 scale Creeper from Jeepers Creepers. And this is all here thanks to Brian Rogers. If you're watching, sir, thank you so much for making this possible, putting this here in the lineup. He was watching the channel and he noticed that this guy was sorely missing, and he sent him to me, man. Just a beautiful, beautiful gesture. Thank you so much, Brian. And he has a new axe by Shadow Fergo, which is sharp, real metal with a wooden handle. It's an amazing piece. I did track down a kind of material hat for him on eBay, which he has on now. I like to keep his face kind of hidden with the shadow of the hat. I think it makes it look really creepy. You can just see those teeth. But very cool to finally have the Creeper. Speaking of creeps, here he is. It's Art. Now this is my clean version of Art, and if you remember on the channel, I repainted the eyes completely white, and recently I repainted the eyes kind of looking off to the side, but it's not finished and it certainly doesn't really look good enough to be showing you right now. But I never rush stuff like that, so I've been waiting for the time when it feels good to sort of go back and, you know, muster up the courage to try and finish off these eyes. Very hard to do in 1/6 scale. It's not my area of expertise at all. There is a real metal scalpel, again by Mr. Shadow Fergo on Instagram. So that is where we're up to so far. I didn't actually say this is the Sota Toys pumpkin head, which was sent to me by Irene and Mark. I absolutely treasure this thing. It's a masterpiece. Very hard to get these days. Classic movie. Lance Henriksen starring. Stan Winston's creation. First time directing a movie too. Check out the original Pumpkinhead if you have not seen it. And there we have a custom 1/6 scale werewolf from The Howling, the original Howling movie. One of the most frightening werewolves ever put on film. And this is a beautiful custom piece. I did a little bit of work to it when I got it. I made the fur darker and completely repainted the eyes to have this intense, just rabid, no reasoning, just that is pure death. Don't even run. What's the point? You don't want that feeling in your back as you're running away knowing that this is coming after you. Might as well just get on your knees and wait for it. It's an absolutely ferocious piece in the collection. Alright, and then we move on to a little Michael Myers section. And these are all Trick or Treat Studios head sculpts that have been repainted by me. And they have, for the most part, custom coveralls and weapons and pumpkins and nameplates and a lot of improvements. But you've got the 2018 Michael Myers, then you've got the original 78, and you've got the Dick Warlock 1981 Halloween 2 Myers, and then on the end we've got the Halloween Kills James Stu Courtney Myers. This was one of my most recent repaints. I'm really happy with how that one came out. I did a fair bit of weathering on his coveralls and worked on that shoulder. He's got the real Halligan tool, real metal, very heavy, again by Shadow Fergo. And that's just a very long awaited piece in the collection, man. I wanted a Halloween Kills Myers for a long time. The Dick Warlock Myers again. Had a lot of fun repainting that head. Really enjoyed that. And these are Yunsel custom coveralls, very expensive. He's also got a real metal scalpel by Shadow Fergo. And it's just an awesome piece. The 78, an amazing sculpt by Tots. Repainted the hair and the mask and added the horns horns are a little bit extreme. Still need to find the time to go back and finesse them a little bit. And Yunsil coveralls, the final run. A Shadow Furgo knife. And a very rare Big on Metalli 78 pumpkin. Got a little can of bud back there too. And that is an incredible 78 Myers. And my favourite mask, the 2018. I really love this piece too. And we have the Dean Knight Shadow Furgo kind of combination special limited run of knives that he made. I think he's done 5 of these. 2 of them have sold, possibly 3. You'd have to ask Shadow Furgo, but it's a slightly bigger H40 knife. The one that he usually does is a little bit smaller. And the box for it is down here. Just turn up the camera a bit. I was trying to remember the name. Yes, the DKH40. I've got the prototype and he's doing 5 of them, but it comes in a beautiful case like this. And that's the smaller version, which is beautiful, but I wanted one a little bit bigger. So that's what this is. And it's got a tiny little night vision logo, which is the channel logo, lasered into the handle of the knife, which is on the channel if you want to look it up. But yeah, there's about 3 or possibly 2 of those left with Shadow Furgo. And that's the Myers section. Well, there is more Myers, we'll get to that in a minute. Alright, and on to more Art the Clown. We have a bloody version, and I'm really happy with that one. I've already shown him plenty on the channel, so check it out if you haven't seen it. But he is very, very bloody. I use a combination of paints and expensive blood that I use on the masks sometimes. And then we have that big chap alien, which you saw earlier. I glued his mouth shut because I wanted that look. Notice that really nice subtle tiger stripe effect on his skin. Hot Toys definitely need to do one of these again. I've got his tail kind of trailing off the shelf. That's an awesome looking piece. Again, like the Predator from the original movie, when I was doing this slasher, just slasher kings of horror, I had to include the original Predator and the Xenomorph big chap, because Alien was heavily inspired by his neighbors here, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I think that's what I remember hearing in various documentaries. Look at Chucky, he's getting attacked by a facehugger. He's not happy. But yeah, we got these 2 awesome Leatherface figures. Both incredible pieces. I'll just give you a different angle. That 3.0 version here, it's still a hell of a piece. I was gonna maybe get rid of this one and get the Sideshow version, but when I saw the arms I was like, no way. This is gonna be my version of this look. I did do a bit of extra blood on the apron, but really nice work on the mask too. You can't see it now, but the eyes are super creepy, and the teeth. Check out the review on that. And massive thank you to Chris Barker for sending along this version. Pretty Woman. Absolutely classic film, still holds up. And so does Hellraiser. There's Pinhead. Steve Rinks. There's so many names to remember, but so many amazing people out there who've sent things along. Steve Rinks sent me this and another version of Pinhead, which is down here. Is it 3.0? I forget now. But that's got real, proper, leathery clothing, and the pins are real. It's crazy. And beside Pinhead, we have the Deadite possessed Ash from Evil Dead 2. He's pretty freaky looking. And then we have Pennywise. Thanks to Justin from Justin's Collection for helping me get hold of one of these back when it came out. Do you like my little trick with getting the balloon to float behind him? That caught Justin's eye when he was round. But it's an awesome piece. I love this head sculpt, it's just so evil looking. Very cool. And little Sam from Trick or Treat. That's a NECA retro cloth version. And that is this top shelf. We have many icons of horror. Well, the ones that mean the most to me anyway. And above you've got various posters and comics from the 90s that I collected. Okay, and now we go back to this side of the room. Alright, so here we have a beautiful 1/6 scale statue of the legendary Toshiro Mifune, and it's by Infinite Statue. It's a beautiful black and white classy piece. He definitely brings some wisdom to the shelf, to the whole room. And then we have one of the new additions, Luke Skywalker by Hot Toys, the Snow Speeder outfit version. And I got some little rocks on here to weigh down the snow kind of interchangeable base that you can put on his stand here, because it was kind of turning up at the corners and looked weird, so just using those little rocks to weigh it down. But that is an amazing figure. Brings a lot of colour to the shelf. Great head sculpt. Great hair, because you can interchange the hair between all the different looks, and this is one of my favourites. Really good weathering on it. He's got his lightsaber hanging there. It's just a beautiful, beautiful piece. Just that you get a different angle of those two. The Mifune statue is incredible. Look at that. And then we have John Wayne by Caustic Plastic. That's an amazing piece. The Duke. Real metal and wood weapons, real metal spurs that spin on the boots. Amazing head sculpt. And he's even got his little rolled cigarette in his mouth. Amazing job with the clothing on this. It's a really classy piece. And then beside the Duke we have Daredevil, the first one Hot Toys made from the first movie. What I did, put a black wash over his outfit to dull it down and make it more weathered looking. Still really love this figure. And then we have Boba Fett with the reclaimed armor from Mandalorian Season 2. This is an incredible figure. You can get him pretty easily, it seems, these days, and for a pretty reasonable price, so if you haven't got him yet, I'll jump on this, as it is incredible. Not so easy to get though is the Hot Toys Christopher Reeve Superman beside him. Had this since day one thanks to Denny in Australia. so iconic. It's got an amazing outfit, really good head sculpt. And there's some really good figures on that section of the shelf. And then we have the caustic plastic Peter Sellers. The magnifying glass actually works, and that is just an essential piece for me. I used to see the Pink Panther movies a lot on TV when I was a kid. I used to really enjoy them. That's an amazing piece. And then we have the DX Ahsoka Tano from Hot Toys from Mandalorian Season 2. And I was really impressed with her, both in the show and the figure. A very, very, very satisfying figure. Very real looking. Very well made. Seamless arms up until the elbow, and then it transitions into a joint, so you don't have to worry about any damage by bending the elbows. It's a really, really good piece. Check out the review on her. And then we have Spidey and Green Goblin. We have some beautiful nameplates there by Matt Weaver. Wicked Designs once again. He did a beautiful job with those. That classic suit Hot Toy Spider-Man is gorgeous. I absolutely love this piece. And I wanted him to have a villain standing beside him, so I went for Green Goblin. Two figures that definitely bring some much needed vibrant colour to the display. Alright, then we have the Hot Toys Endoskeleton from the first Terminator movie. And he's mostly die-cast. It's amazing. Absolutely incredible piece. One of the Hot Toys' very best. Still, everyone waits for the day when they do this again in 1/6 scale, but like a die-cast version would be amazing. But this is truly remarkable, folks. Every little joint moves, every little joint in the fingers, everything. It's just incredibly well done. I repainted the eyes to look permanently red because an endoskeleton without red eyes just looks kind of weird to me, so I just decided to paint them red rather than worrying about the light up feature. Covered up the lava effect or whatever it was with some dust and pebbles, stones, but that is one of the best pieces in the collection. You can pose the hell out of it. Joints are getting a bit loose these days, but you're still able to do what you need to do. And here's Harley. My Sideshow Harley Quinn figure. Replaced the body with a TB League Firesin body. And she is awesome. It's a really cool version of Harley Quinn. Love that head sculpt and the other one that it comes with. And we have Judge Dredd, Carl Urban as. An amazing film. Really, really good movie. Had a terrible trailer, didn't help, but the film itself was awesome and always will be. And it's Art Figures who made this, and he's awesome. Then we have the DX Joker, Jack Nicholson. He's got some sunglasses on at the moment, and that's just how that is, but it is a classic piece. Absolutely classic. And then beside him we have another new addition, the DX23 Luke Skywalker by Hot Toys from Mandalorian Season 2. And I was supposed to turn on his lightsaber light before I started filming this, but I've forgotten to do it, so never mind. He's using the Force, subtly. Just a little bit of a mind wipe there. You ain't seen nothing. Go about your business. He's a really good figure though, man. The head sculpt is awesome. Can look a little bit you know, that kind of dead stare when he's looking straight forward, but you move the eyes to the side or move them around wherever you want, and he really sort of comes to life. I really like him. I think he's a great figure, and I'm very happy he's here. Ended up getting two Luke Skywalkers because I couldn't decide between this one or that Snowspeeder one that we saw earlier, so I ended up getting both on eBay. Second hand, well, brand new, some of them. I can't remember now, but I think, yeah, this was brand new, sealed on eBay in the UK, good price. I'm pretty sure the Snowspeeder was brand new as well. But yeah, great pieces, very good, very glad to have them. And this was my figure of the year last year. It's the Iconic Studios Ryu 1/6 scale beast. Absolutely amazing figure. Check out the review on this, you wouldn't believe it. It's just an amazingly well done figure. That's their first 1/6 scale figure as well, so it came out swinging big time. And then we have this incredible custom Adam Hughes Catwoman. The head sculpt was done by Mr. Josh Small from 1/6 Visage on Instagram, and it's just amazing work, incredible paint. Obviously the Adam Hughes Catwoman was based on Audrey Hepburn's likeness, and he captured that perfectly. As you can see, it's absolutely flawless. I really love this piece. You've got the little cats around her. And you get them from like toy shops, like educational toy shops where they sell all the kind of little farm animals and sharks and dinosaurs, and you usually find some little cats, and they just happen to be pretty much 1/6 scale. But yeah, that head sculpt is something else. Michael Keaton, Batman, Hot Toys, Batman Returns from 1992. That's not when the figure was released, that's when the movie came out. The figure's been out for a few years. And he's got a custom cape. But that is my Hot Toys Michael Keaton Batman. I got rid of the DX 1989 version. I missed it a little bit, but now they're coming out with a new one. So we'll see. I might get that. It's a really nice piece. And then we have my two Joaquin Phoenix Jokers. Both pretty much custom. This one was a third party, but I completely repainted the head and added more hair and did all kinds of stuff to him. With this one, I can't even remember, it's been so long. It's all on the channel, folks. But that's an incredible custom head sculpt. Absolutely amazing. And I am looking forward to seeing the next one. Not a fan of musicals, which is apparently what it is, but I don't think it's all going to be musical. But you know, I've got faith in Todd Phillips. Definitely have faith in Joaquin Phoenix, and Lady Gaga can bring it when she needs to. So I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, he's doing his little dance there from the bathroom scene. He's got his Oscar there too. So yes, those are my two Joaquin Phoenix Jokers. I absolutely love that movie. I thought it was an absolute masterpiece. And there's a beautiful 1/6 scale animated series Batman, Kevin Conroy. I got this in my local HMV. Be very careful if you order them online because they have very fragile ankles. Mine's fine, but take it from me. I know from when I bought this, this was the one that was on display behind the counter where you pay, and they brought me out a brand new one from the, you know, the factory out the back or whatever, the warehouse. Never been opened, but I asked if I could check it, and both his ankles were completely shattered because they're very thin. So I ended up taking the display one back home. But that is the bottom shelf. And that's how it's all looking. Alright, now we have the second shelf of the horror side to get through. Alright, so the Predators, we have the NECA Jungle Hunter. I repainted, or weathered, really. Some repainting, but definitely a lot of weathering on the big quarter scale Jungle Hunter. It's just so accurate looking, it's amazing. Then we've got the awesome NECA figure down there, where he's kind of, what was it called, the Jungle Demon? I forget now, but it's just a really cool version of the Predator. And we have the regular NECA Jungle Hunter. That's a really cool piece. We have the Hot Toys Wolf Predator. That's an amazing one. That's the most recent version they've done of him. They've done a few. And you've got the Elder and Predator 2. And still an awesome piece. Shame you can't quite make out his really vibrant green eyes. But that's a great figure. And well, there's the Mezco Big Chap Alien. That's a really good piece. Shame about the screw up with the font on the base. But it's a really good figure. And then we have a Predator 2 City Hunter by Hot Toys. And we have some custom mandibles here. It's an upgrade kit for your Hot Toys Predator 2 City Hunter by fugitive_predator_customs on Instagram. He also provides the custom biomask, which is more accurate. That's a really cool piece down there. All reviewed on the channel. Check him out. Then we have two Mezco Jungle Hunter Predators. And this one over here is heavily customized, and you can check out the videos on the channel. Definitely worth a look. You can get your Mezco Predator looking like this. Very screen accurate. I haven't got around to doing the same amount of work to this version yet, but I will do in due course. Here is the NECA 18-inch Predator 2 City Hunter figure, and that's a really good piece. Oh, sorry, Michael Myers getting in the way there. Yeah, really good. That's my little Predator section with a little bit of Alien sprinkled in. But I love my Predator stuff. Both NECA and Hot Toys and Mezco do very good work when it comes to the Predators. Alright, and beside the Predators we have some more Michael Myers action. We have an amazing custom quarter scale original Michael Myers 1978 figure. And this is one of a kind because of all the different work that's gone into it. And it's what it is. It's an amazing custom original shape. The original OG. And it's a big ass real metal knife by Shadow Fargo. Very sharp. Amazing. Just amazing work. And Tanila's Customs coveralls. And he's on a Cool Models body. Here is a unmasked Halloween Kills Michael Myers figure. And that's Bree Toons again with the custom work on the head there. Very, very cool. And he's really gnarly looking. Burnt side of the face. He's got that Shadow Fargo knife. Nice little base. There's some cool pieces. And then we move on to, oh well, before we do, there's a liquor from Resident Evil 2. Recently reviewed that on the channel. That's by Patriot Studio. And then we have my Michael Myers mask collection. Now, those three are by me, but this one here, the 78, is by Chris Morgan. And this is a Ghost V2, or a Ghost 78 V2 mask. And as you can see, it is absolutely incredible. It's really thick and so accurate. The hair is amazing. The hair couldn't be more on point. It's just, you know, I could never sell this mask purely because I would never get the hair this good. It's just not going to happen. So it's really, really incredible. Still need to wear it and do a showcase video. I haven't done that yet, but before you know it, it's going to be October again, so keep an eye out for that. But it's just an amazing mask. It's signed by him inside and all that good stuff. And then below we have my Mad Bug V2 head sculpt custom. And it's painted and haired by Silent Surfer. And I wanted to keep it consistent on the Myers shelf up here because they've all got Tots head sculpts. So if I had have used the Mad Bug V2 on the 78 with real hair compared to all the others that have sculpted hair, it would have thrown things off. So for now it sits here, but at least it's on display. And here is a badge that they wore on the set of the Halloween 2018 film that was sent along by Christopher Nelson when he sent along the custom, well, you know, it was made by Christopher Nelson. I guess custom is the right way to say it, but this is like a mini bust head. He basically laser scanned, I think, the hero mask that he has from the movie and made a few of these. And I was very, very grateful to get one. It's really, really cool. And then you got my 2018 mask, which I rehauled. This is my personal copy, obviously. I absolutely love it. Spent a long time rehauling this one. And I think to date it's still my proudest achievement doing any kind of custom work. I redid the hair recently, completely re-haired it. Give you a few angles. Absolutely love that mask. And then we'll go on to my Halloween Kills rehaul. This one too. You can get masks from me if you wish, folks. You can email me. Email address is deank333@hotmail.co.uk. But this Kills was such a beautiful copy when I got it. It really held its shape and nice thick pull with great details. And I absolutely love this one. The burnt side. Yeah, folks, get in touch if you want a mask. My prices are reasonable, my wait times are short, and you will be getting a very good mask. I know there's a lot of competition out there, but come to me if you want it done. There is my Halloween Ends mask. Oh, wait, before we get to that, we have a Ryan Harper custom 2018 head, 1/6 scale, and that is just an amazing piece. I love that one. That was usually on the unmasked Michael Myers figure that you saw a minute ago, but I'm just changing it up for a little while. And that was a while ago I got this, but it was so amazing. I'll always keep that one. Alright, and then we have the Halloween Ends mask, which I did, and love this one. Some recent pictures got to me thanks to Simon showing a version of this mask that Christopher Nelson was showing folks that doesn't have quite as much mold on it, which I'm glad about because I'm going to be using that as my reference now. Not a fan of putting the mold on these. But this is my personal copy, still not finished. The kind of not burnt side anymore, but the more melted side still needs to be a bit of finish, bit of paint work going on there. But this side, This side here is pretty much done. Alright, so that is my Halloween mask collection. So you got the Chris Morgan Ghost 78 V2 on the end, my H40 there, my Halloween Kills, and my Halloween Ends. Get in touch, folks, if you want a mask, and don't forget, I can do the Art the Clown ones too. Alright, speaking of Art the Clown, we're back to him again. This is my little Art the Clown section. Lots of little bits and pieces. Some really good stuff. And we got some different figures of Art the Clown. And some that I've customized. We have some collectible cards. Really cool. And thanks to my buddy Larrin McMillan, he sent along some amazing special editions of the movie. That's from Carl and Glenn, the VHS. And that one I bought myself a while ago. Where's the other? Oh wait, I swear I'm missing one. Not missing one. Yeah, there it is. The other one Larrin sent along. He sent along a beautiful care package, man. Larrin, if you're watching, I hope you're doing okay, dude. Thank you so much for thinking of me, and thanks for sending along the Blu-rays, man, and the t-shirts were awesome. Everything, man. So much love put into that box. Thank you so much, Larrin. It means a hell of a lot, man. Thank you for being such an awesome person. But yeah, folks, this is my little Art the Clown bit dedicated to this very naughty clown. Candlelight Corner made this one-of-a-kind, unique, big statue. It's amazing. And then we have the last bit of the shelf. We have the, is it Toonie Terrors by NECA, Jack, and the Werewolf from American Werewolf in London. They're really cool. Check out the review on them. It's a lot of fun. Then we have custom Michael Myers figures. This is the Halloween 2 custom Michael Myers. Look at that head sculpt. That's one's customs there. Really gnarly. And this is the Hobo from Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. Good times around this time when this came out, folks. It was a while ago, and it just wasn't the way it is now. There was no Trick or Treat Studios doing Myers figures. The only way to get Myers was custom, and there weren't as many people doing custom stuff. It was pretty much just one's customs and a few others, I'm sure, but that's how I first discovered it all. Just a random YouTube video, and just wondered if one day I'd ever be able to have something like this. And just over the years and making connections and learning more as you go along, you end up with something like that. And here is my 2007 Rob Zombie Myers. This is the first Rob Zombie Tyler Mane Myers, and he's awesome. He's very tall. Coveralls are nasty. They're Tanila's coveralls that I repainted and weathered up. Got a Shadow Fergo knife. That's a Shadow Fergo knife too. Very sharp. But yeah, absolutely love these two figures, and as I always say, it was actually the 2007 Rob Zombie Halloween movie that got me into Michael Myers in the first place. So say what you want about the movies, but that's what started it for me. Still love him. Tyler Mane's the scariest Myers still. Here is the Caustic Plastic Bela Lugosi Dracula. A fine piece, a classy figure. Essential for any horror collection. Beautiful, beautiful work. Incredible detail. It came with a coffin. A big 1/6 scale coffin. And a different head sculpt as well, too. There is another vampire. This is Vampirella by TB League, Viacin. He's very nice. Here's some 1/12 scale werewolves by Cool Models, two of them, two kind of variants. Kind of snow werewolf covered in blood. I think I added more blood to him. And more kind of foresty cleaner werewolf with darker fur. Very cool. Check out the reviews on them, folks, for a better look. They deserve a good look. Then you got my custom Street Hawk, a show that I adored as a kid. Got Jesse Mark on the bike. Absolutely awesome. And then we've got a Sota Toys American Werewolf in London bust. Very rare, only 1,000 ever made. I added the flames to the candles and redid the teeth and repainted the, well, added some blood and stuff like that, but that's a very hard to get piece. And there's one of my favourite Freddy figures. It's a NECA Ultimate Part 2 Freddy. And you got another Cool Models werewolf, but this is 1/6 scale. Very ferocious looking. Really cool piece. Big hands, big claws, big teeth. So yeah, the same company made those two and that one. And then we have the NECA 2007 Rob Zombie Mars, which I repainted the head twice and rehaired it twice. Maybe 3 times, but it's a pretty cool piece. And that is that shelf. I'll just pan along. And we're not done yet. Alright, so this is, gosh, I've been filming so long I don't even know anymore. I know it's Chucky, but yeah, I think it's Trick or Treat Studios. Trick or Treat Studios, life-size Child's Play 2 Chucky doll. And I always wanted a life-size Chucky. And the idea of having just a good guy doll, you know, as cute as he looks, but knowing what he is capable of, just appealed to me. So I chose this version. Child's Play 2 is my favourite Chucky film ever. And it's just amazing. It's absolutely incredible. Did some slight mods to him, but nothing too major. Cut the hair and just separated the joints on the arms and the legs, or maybe just the legs, so that I could get him to sit down without destroying the foam body. There's an awesome Pumpkinhead t-shirt. And there's another Predator. There's a Jason mask back there, sealed up. There's a face hugger. There is a NECA Jungle Hunter. There's a little voice box for Chucky. There's a Gizmo figure, all furry and cute. Some stuff from the 90s, Aliens, graphic novel. Here's a big Godzilla. Need to figure out where to put him. A T-Rex. Another Chucky. That's a really good Chucky there. That's again, that's from Child's Play 2. That is an amazing head sculpt. Look at that. Another Pumpkinhead t-shirt. There's that Pinhead we saw earlier. There's an awesome Howling statue. Some Fright Rags Halloween figures. Pumpkinhead Blu-ray. Alien Blu-ray Steelbook. Doctor Who Werewolf. A NECA Alien Dog Alien. A NECA Freddy glove from Part 3. An Elvira figure with the boobies, and a signed picture of Mr. Mick Taylor. I'd love to have him in the collection. That was sent to me by a friend. I can't show you. Maybe you can pause it and you can see what it says, but it's naughty. It's very naughty. There's Aliens VHS from the 90s. There's the Kotobuki, a big chap. It's an amazing piece. There's a sealed Dog Soldiers werewolf figure. That's worth a lot of money, and I love it. And there's a, where is it? That's an unsealed one. That's a grey version. The one that's sealed is brown. That's on the channel. We've got another Quiet figure there. I forget who it's by right now, but it's quite a cool piece. Got the NECA Spider Gremlin. I don't know why I have that, because I hate spiders. Seemed like a good idea at the time. There's my kind of movie accurate doll mode Woody. When he hears someone coming, he just flops into doll mode. That's him there. And you got Buzz as well. Both of these have been heavily customized. And yeah, absolutely love them. You got an old Kenner Street Hawk figure from the 80s in excellent condition. And you got a Terrifier Book 1. Got one of my favorite t-shirts from the Howling. A terrifying design on that, really scary. House of the Thousand Corpses, Captain Spaulding figure that was on sale at Mad About Horror. Would have been rude not to, it was so cheap. Oh, love that t-shirt, that's a great t-shirt there, Art the Clown, obviously based on The Killing Joke. And Toonie Terrors, got that from HMV, decided to just leave it in the packaging. There's a quarter scale Freddy by NECA Part 2. And some Mezco Freddy. And NECA Demon, Nightmare Demon thing, I forget. Obviously from American Werewolf in London. I'm so tired, folks, I can't talk anymore. Is that it? Is that everything? Got some films over there. I know it's not, because there's a whole other side to down here. Alright, bear with me. Right, so we got some VHS and some vinyl. Got another Chucky doll lurking back there. That's kind of creepy, the way his eyes just poking out. You got, yeah, VHS, some vinyl. What else? More vinyl. Oh, and this is a gift I got from Justin when he came to visit, and I'm going to review it at some point. It's a Batman New Animated Adventures figure by Mayfix. So yes, looking forward to reviewing that. Predator VHS, E.T., a Joker card for some reason, Tool vinyl, customized Tots Mars over there. My guitar, one of my guitars, it's got a pumpkin on it, and Travis Bickle. You got the extremely rare, and just, yeah, she should be on the shelf really, but I had to make some tough choices for the display, folks. But that's the Pop Toys 1/6 scale Tomb Raider from the Angelina Jolie movie. Very nice piece. Then we got the die-cast F-14 after I saw Top Gun Maverick. I really wanted a F-14 in the collection. Got more t-shirts. More t-shirts. There's the Big Chap by NECA, the original one. And got some awesome artwork there by Sam Hain, 1992. Got the Blitzway Tyler Durden from Fight Club. Again, had to make some tough decisions for the shelves because there's just no space. I'll rotate them around again soon. There's some more Godzilla. And a big T-Rex that I bought when I was with my girlfriend in a toy shop, and tried to resist, but I just couldn't. And oh, how we laughed at my, struggle in my brain trying to figure out if I needed something like this. She knew I was going to get it. I even left and then went back. What are you going to do? There's a sealed Trick or Treat Studios Terrifier figure. They're very cool. And that's a really good t-shirt there. Art the Clown, spoiling Christmas. Yep. And then we got the Crow figure by NECA, quarter scale. That's an amazing piece. Very good likeness to Brandon Lee. That's an old figure, still looks great. And there is Mr. Bud Spencer by Caustic Plastic. And look at the way he's looking at us. That was the first figure by Caustic Plastic, I think, in 1/6 scale. Yeah, came out the gate swinging. Street Hawk t-shirt in the background. Silver, Deep Silver is it? I forget now, sorry. The game, Dead Island 2. I haven't played it yet, but they sent along this statue to review of one of the characters from the game called Amy. That was nice of them. And there's Larry McMullen's one of his gifts there. He did the logo for the channel. Did that perfectly. That's beautiful. I need to get that as a tattoo. Still haven't done it, but I should. He also sent along the Jaws figure, and that will go brilliantly with the shark once NECA released that. Thank you again, Laren, if you're watching, buddy. There's my Travis Bickle, my Demon Batman, and I'm still selling my Hot Toys Black Panther from the Solo film. Mint condition, still selling it. Also back there, The Nightmare Batman is standing on top of the box, but that's a Nightmare Batman by Hot Toys. I'm still thinking about selling that. I'm thinking about selling a lot of stuff, folks. I got a lot of custom stuff, Michael Myers heads, coveralls, things, lots of things, and more things. Get in touch if you need some stuff, because I'm selling. Need to make some space. That's a beautiful Batman Begins life-size cowl by, well, not by, but from my friend Carl of Toys of Arkham on YouTube and Instagram. Carl, if you're watching, thank you so much for that. I love it. Needs a better place to be displayed. Definitely should be somewhere a bit more prominent. There is the X Plus Shin Godzilla gigantic defo reel. That's the one. Look at the detail on this thing. Absolutely amazing. I like the original maquette with the teeth coming through the top of the head. Now, you don't see that very often. Apparently it's not actually in the movie, but it was originally intended to be, but it wasn't there in the end. But that is a really, really cool piece. The detail on his teeth is incredible. Check out the review for him, it's worth it. You got another Vampirella down there. You got beautiful Batman Begins framed picture with the signatures. My girlfriend got me that. Thank you very much, baby, if you're watching. Probably not, but if you are, hello. They got the beautiful sealed up and graded, my favourite Adam Hughes Catwoman comics. I do still have the ones up here, but I just love those particular versions so much. I decided to get the graded ones. Got some Hasbro Stormtroopers 1/6 scale. My battery's running really low, folks. I've got to get this done. Some other bits and pieces. Got the Takara Batman Begins down there, my first ever 1/6 scale figure. Got some awesome stuff. Little Vampirella there from Mark and Irene. Got Batman Begins book. You got NECA Batman Begins 7-inch. What do I call it? VHS for American Werewolf. Ryan Rose Clark, I believe it was, sent me the War Machine. That is absolutely stunning, but he's too heavy to have on the shelf. More Godzilla stuff. I'm panicking now because the battery's flashing red. But that is the bulk of the collection. Thank you so much, all of you out there over the years, for watching the channel and leaving me comments and being so nice and just tuning in. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you to all the amazing friends I've made. Thank you for all the amazing, selfless, beautiful people who've sent things along to the collection. Just so much stuff. I don't even know where to begin. And up in the loft, there's a lot more. There's just so much. And I just so much love to all of you back, man. Like, really, thank you so much for just all the kindness. And this hobby, this channel has really kept me going through hard times and being able to film videos and escape some of the problems, you know, that we all go through in life and stuff. So thank you so much, and appreciate just every one of you for just being just awesome people, good friends, and letting me be part of this amazing hobby with you. And just means a lot, folks. So thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button on this video, follow me on Instagram at DEANKNIGHT333, get in touch if you want to mask, and I'll see you soon. Take it easy. Bye bye. Now I have to figure out what the hell the thumbnail's going to be.